Domain expansion is a powerful technique utilizing cursed energy. It creates a cursed energy environment, trapping opponents within a spherical aura. The owner's strength is boosted, granting access to enhanced techniques. Attacks from the owner are guaranteed hits unless opponents create their own domain. Here are the top 10 strongest domain expansions. Naoya Zenin utilizes the Time Cell Moon Palace domain expansion, which he only activates as a vengeful spirit. It incorporates the Zenin clan's projection sorcery and creates a pocket space. The domain turns the surroundings into a dark void, with a fleshy path and a giant eye behind Naoya. It operates on the 24 frames per second rule, where failure to move triggers automatic hits that cut the target's body. Each cell is attacked, leading to collapse and bleeding, while forced movement results in appendage loss. Deadly Sentencing, used by Hiromi Higuruma, is a non-lethal domain in Jujutsu Kaisen. As a culling game participant, Hiromi's curse technique is awakened by Kenjaku. The domain resembles a courtroom, with the user and target on opposite sides. Judgment, a Shikigami, determines guilt and announces the punishment. Despite its intricate design, it ranks last due to its non-lethal nature. Kenji Hikari's domain, Idle Death Gamble, is a bizarre combination of pachinko and a romance manga called Private Pure Love Train. The domain is complex, with the manga scenarios determining the characters on the pachinko. Ultimately, it relies heavily on the user's luck. Despite Hikari's combat skills, this domain is ineffective against strong opponents with domain expansions, placing him at the bottom. The Horizon of the Captivating Scanha is a tranquil domain where the target remains unaware of the impending strike. Inside, the opponent faces relentless attacks from Shikigamis, ensuring complete annihilation. Only a mentally and physically trained shaman can withstand the assault. The origin of Dagon's expansion remains unknown, but it was used during his Cursed Womb phase. The domain resembles a tropical beach with palm tree forests and an endless ocean. Dagon also employs the Death Swarm technique, releasing fish-like Shikigamis to consume the target. Mahito manifests a domain expansion called Domain of the Self-Embodiment Flower. He develops it after a near-death experience, drawing inspiration from death itself. The domain is a large black environment resembling a flower-shaped hand. Mahito can activate it using hand signs with tiny hands inside his mouth. The domain enhances his idle transfiguration technique, allowing him to strike the target's soul. However, he needs to physically touch the soul each time, and he failed to do so against Yuji due to Sukuna's superior power. Iron Coffin Mountain is the domain expansion of Jago, a one-eyed spirit with black teeth. When activated, it transforms the surroundings into the interior of an active volcano, with scorching temperatures and lava. This domain ensures Jago's attacks hit with perfect accuracy, which he used as a defense against Gojo's Infinity technique. Threefold Affliction is a domain expansion used by Yorozu, a cursed spirit inhabiting Tsumiki Fushigiro's body. The domain consists of floating mushroom-like appendages, enclosing the user and the opponent. Yorozu's perfect sphere attack within the domain is immensely destructive. However, Sukuna interrupts the attack by summoning Mahorga, shattering the domain and defeating Yorozu. Despite Yorozu's power, she is outmatched by Sukuna, making Threefold Affliction a formidable domain against other sorcerers. Kenjaku possesses a unique domain expansion in Jujutsu Kaisen that lacks a barrier. Similar to Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine, the extent and binding vow of Kenjaku's domain are unclear. Using Wound Profusion, his domain forms a sinister pillar made of cursed spirits. The pillar releases powerful blasts capable of lethally injuring targets. His lack of a barrier and devastating power secure his position at number 3. Unlimited Void, wielded by Satoru Gojo, is the strongest domain expansion in Jujutsu Kaisen. It was first used against Jago's Coffin of the Iron Mountain, dispelling it instantly. The domain transports the target to the center of the universe, overwhelming them with infinite knowledge and leading to eventual death. Only the caster and touched individuals are unaffected. The domain's time dilation makes it the most potent domain expansion to date. Malevolent Shrine is the domain expansion of Sukuna, the legendary cursed spirit known as the King of Curses. It takes the form of a disheveled Buddhist shrine, roofed with horns and adorned with skulls. Unlike other domains, it lacks a separate space and barrier, making it a divine technique. Sukuna can dismantle the shrine at will, launching devastating attacks within a 200-meter radius. With the strongest domain expansion, Sukuna stands as the top antagonist in Jujutsu Kaisen.